Hi guys, this is C. Akash Pidnekar, and on behalf of GM Test Series, today we are going to discuss an important topic in your chapter Deposits, that is your chapter 5 of the Companies Act 2013. If you guys participated in the poll, there was one topic which majority kids were wanting a video on, and hence we are presenting that topic to you. There are two things in this topic which we'll discuss today. First, premature repayment of deposits, and second, premature closure of deposits to earn higher rate of interest. Now, let's start by understanding this topic one by one. It's a small topic, should take me around 5 to 10 minutes to cover this, but along with this, we'll also be solving two MCQs, one for each topic. And by the way, these MCQs are in your institute MCQ booklet. So therefore, they become very important as the MCQ booklet is applicable from the May 21 examinations. So there's a very high possibility a question might come from that MCQ booklet. Okay, so let's start. First, we are going to cover premature repayment of deposits. Okay, now, first of all, let's take for a simple example. There's a company A Limited, and A Limited has accepted deposits from its members on the 1st April 19. And they have accepted the deposits, let's suppose for a period of 2 years, because as you all know, you can accept a deposits minimum for 6 months and maximum for 36 months. So let's suppose A Limited accepted it for 2 years. Okay, this is your first financial year 1920, and this is the second financial year 2021. Your deposit is going to get matured on 31st March 21. This is the date of maturity. The first thing that we need to understand when we start understanding this part is for the first 6 months, okay, for the first 6 months, the company can never repay the amount. Even if the person is coming to ask for the amount, the company will not be able to repay it. So minimum this, the moment, let's take for example, there's a person, Mr. X. Mr. X gives this money to A Limited. The minimum lock-in that will definitely be there is for a period of 6 months. Now, if at all Mr. X wants his money back, okay, wants his money back. So I gave money to A Limited. Let's suppose I gave an amount of rupees 10 lakhs, okay, to A Limited. And they have told me that they are going to repay me the money on the date of maturity, that is on 31st March 21, along with an interest, okay. The interest is going to be paid on an annual basis, per annum basis, okay, and the interest is, let's take for example, at the rate of 10% per annum. Now I gave the 10 lakh rupees to A Limited thinking that on an annual basis I'll be earning 10% interest. Now let's suppose any kind of circumstances, any mishappenings happened, some accidents happened or something like that happened, and now Mr. X needs that 10 lakh rupees for his personal purposes, but the money is kept with A Limited, and the money you will receive on the 31st of March, right? The entire principal amount you're going to receive on the 31st of March. So in such a case, you will have to prematurely, you have to ask A Limited to give the money back to you before 31st of March. Now, let's suppose you went at the end of the first year, okay, to ask the money back. Now, in this case, we have to see for how much amount and how much interest you will get from A Limited. Now, first of all, you have to ask yourself a question. Are you asking for premature repayment? Yes, I'm asking repayment before the maturity date. So my premature repayment is happening. Premature repayment, your answer is yes. Now next, what will be the interest rate? Okay, remember, in the case of premature repayment, your interest rate will be agreed rate minus 1%. So in our example, the agreed rate was 10% minus 1%, your interest rate will be 9%. The third question that we have to answer ourselves is, what is the period for which the deposit has run? Period for which the deposit has run. Now, this is the most trickiest point. Okay, the period for which the deposit has actually run. You need to focus on this point. In my case, okay, the period for which the deposit has run is exactly 1 year, right? Because I went exactly at the end of 1 year. Now, this is the most ideal scenario because you're going to get on the 10 lakh rupees, the interest that you will earn, the interest that you will get is going to be 10 lakh rupees multiplied by 9% multiplied by 1 year, that is 12 months divided by 12. So here there is no problem in this case one that we are learning right now. But now let's take a second case. Okay. In the second case, you went to the company. Focus very carefully. In the second case, let's suppose you went to the company somewhere on the 31st of December 19. That means you went to the company after a period of 9 months. Okay. Now in this case, guys, what will happen? Okay, in your case number 2, are you doing a premature repayment? Yes. What will be your interest rate? It will again be 9%. But now the period for which the deposit has actually run is 9 months, right? But now you will not take it as 9 months. Law says if at all the part of the year consists of, listen to me very carefully, if the part of the year consists of less than 6 months, okay, in such a case you will take it as 6 months, and if at all the part of the year consists of more than 6 months, you will take it exactly a year. So here guys, again you will get an interest for a full year. Okay, so be very careful with this. Here, even though you went and got the, you are asking for money on the 31st of December, but the company will repay you an interest for the entire year. Let's look at case number 3. In case number 3, guys, let's suppose you went on the 1st May 20. Okay, so according to you, you kept the money with the company for how much time? You kept the money with the company for this entire period of 12 months, right? And plus you kept the money again for one extra month, right? So you kept the money with the company for 13 months. So ideally you should receive your interest for 13 months. But in your case number 3, are you doing premature repayment? Yes. Your interest rate will be 9%. But now the period for which the deposit has run is going to be how much? Focus karna dhyan se. You have 12 months. So for that entire 12 months, you'll get the full interest. Plus you have only 1 month here. And this 1 month that is a part of the year is less than 6 months, right? So therefore you need to ignore that. You will ignore it totally. You will ignore it and you're going to get an interest only for a period of 1 year. So that part of the year which was less than 6 months, you have to ignore that. You will not get interest on that. Let's look at the last case, case number 4. Okay, let's suppose you went somewhere on the 15th of November. Okay, you went on the 15th of November 20 to get your money back. Now in this case, what is the period for which you kept money with the company? You have kept money with the company for a total of 12 months. तो आपने रखा ही था. You had kept it for 12 months. Plus you kept it for around 7.5 months more, right? Now in this case, your part of the year is more than 6 months. Therefore you will round it off to 12. And in your case number 4, guys, in your case number 4, you'll get an interest of 9%, and that you will get for entire period of 2 years. So first year तो पूरा आपने रखा ही था. Second year में you went on 15th of November, but there you will get an interest for a period of 2 years. So remember, whenever your part of the year is less than 6 months, you will totally ignore it. Part of the year is more than 6 months, you will round it off to the next year. Okay. Now let's go and see the provision. Focus करना. Look at the provision, guys. After the expiry of 6 months, but before the actual date of maturity. Right now, let's substitute. If you remember, my 6 months expiry was coming. I took the money on 1st April 19. 6 months expiry was happening on the 30th of September 19. But before the actual date of maturity was 31st of March 21. If the depositor, ठीक है, in our case Mr. X, if the depositor is requesting for premature repayment, ठीक है, the rate of interest payable shall be 1% less than the rate which would be payable for the period for which the deposit has actually run. So there are two things. 1% less हो जाएगा आपका interest rate. Your interest rate will reduce by 1%. And secondly, your deposit has actually, the period for which deposit actually run, that is something we need to calculate. See, now they clarify. In this noted that period for which the deposit has run, if it contains any part of the year which is less than 6 months, then it shall be excluded. Otherwise, if that part is 6 months or more, it shall be taken as one whole year. I hope the concept is crystal clear to you all. Now, let's look at the next point. Remember, guys, if the deposit is repaid in a premature manner, okay, if the deposit is being prematurely repaid, in this case, in the following two cases, you will not reduce the interest rate. You will give the entire interest rate of 10%, which was there in our example. You will give the entire interest rate of 10%. However, it is only applicable in two cases. First, when the company itself is repaying the money to comply with the maximum deposit rule. So, if you remember, guys, let's take for example, your company is a public company. Your company is a public company. It is an eligible public company, which can accept deposits from public. And if you have learned this chapter very well, the eligible public company can accept deposits from public to the tune of 25% from public and 10% from members, right, of its paid up share capital plus securities premium plus free reserves. Now, let's suppose the eligible company does a mistake in its calculation and it accepts extra amount as deposit. Now you have to comply with this rule. You have accepted more money as deposit. Now you have to refund it. When you are repaying that money, it is premature repayment. But this premature repayment is happening not because the depositor is wanting the money back. It is happening because the company has to comply with the maximum limit rule. In such a case, guys, there should be no reduction in interest rate. You will have to give interest at the rate of 10% only, as in our example. You will not make it 9, you have to give it at 10% only. The period for which deposit actually run, those points remain same. But here you have to make sure that when you are repaying it to comply with the maximum deposit rule, so your interest rate will not be reduced. The second case is when the deposit is being prematurely repaid to provide for war risk or other related benefits to the personnel of Navy, military, Air Force, or their families during a period of emergency. So remember, only these three families, Navy, military, Air Force, these families are getting the money prematurely repaid to provide for the war risk in case of emergency. In such a case, the company cannot reduce the interest rate by 1%. Okay, they have to repay the same amount of interest that they had, the same amount of interest rate that they had agreed at the start. With that, we have completed everything that is there to be understood when it comes to premature repayment of dividend. Now let's go and solve one MCQ. See guys, this is the MCQ in your MCQ booklet. That is your MCQ booklet, question number 36. Pay attention over here so that this MCQ gets solved right away. Okay, this is your MCQ number 36. Okay. Dream World Entertainment Limited has accepted deposits worth rupees 50 lakhs from public on 1st April 19. So, same example like us, they have accepted deposits worth 50 lakhs for a period of 24 months. Same example like us, our company A Limited has also accepted for 2 years. They had also accepted for 2 years. Repayment will be on the 31st of March 21. Rate of interest payable was 9%. मैंने example लिया था 10% का. They have taken a rate of interest of 9%. One of the depositors, Mr. Aman, requested the company on 1st June 20 for premature repayment of his deposit of rupees 6 lakh along with interest. Advise the company in the said matter. So guys, the answer is very easy. You can directly identify the answer. Let's solve. Okay. Focus. The company Dreamworld Limited accepted the deposit on 1st April 19. They were going to repay it on 31st March 21. Now they had agreed at an interest rate of 9%. बराबर है? But Mr. Aman, he wants the money back on 1st June 20. Okay, so this is your financial year 1920. This is your financial year 2021. Aman wants the money back on 1st June 20. If you're watching this video, make sure pause the video, solve the question on your own, and then see the video. Okay. Aman wants it somewhere on here, right? 1st June 20. So if you actually count the number of months for which Aman kept money with the company is this entire period of 12 months and then the month of April and month of May. So basically Aman kept money with the company for 12 months and the next 2 months. So here we have to again see the period for which the deposit was actually run. We know the formula. If the period is if the part of the year is less than 6 months, you'll ignore it. So remember, Aman will get the interest for a period of 12 months only. He will not get it for 14 months. He will get it for 12 months. Why? Because the part of the year is to be ignored, because since it is less than 6 months. Over here, if Aman had gone, okay, let's suppose Aman had gone on the 1st of October 20, guys. So in that case, Aman would have kept the money with the company for 12 months and 6 months, right? Total 18 months ke liye he kept the money with the company. In that case, he would have been eligible for interest at 24 months. But here he went very early, and because of that, he is losing out on that interest for 2 months. Okay. And your rate of interest is going to be 9% minus 1%, that is 8%. Now let's see which MCQ is right. Focus karna. Let's go and see the guys in the MCQ cases. Remember, you should always read all the 4 options. Focus. The first option says company can only make premature repayment of deposit with an intention to reduce total amount. Hence, in the given case, company cannot repay. That is wrong. We have seen the company can prematurely repay. Option B, company can prematurely repay along with interest at the rate of 9%. That is wrong, because we know this is not that war risk case. This is not where the company is itself repaying the money. So therefore, the rate of interest is going to be 8%. So your MCQ number B is also wrong. Let's look at third MCQ. Company can prematurely repay at the rate of 8%. Yes, this looks correct for a period of 12 months. And MCQ number D says 8% for a period of 14 months. Guys, we have just seen that Aman is going to get interest for a period of 12 months because that part of 6 months will be totally ignored. I hope you have understood the concept very well. Okay, the concept is pretty easy. Okay, if you have not understood it, watch the video once again so that the concept is crystal clear in your head. Okay, let's look at the second topic for the day. That was premature closure of deposit. Okay, now let's try and understand this also with the case of an example. Focus karna. Now, guys, let's suppose the company was accepting deposits for a period of, the company accepted a deposit for a period of 3 years. Okay. That is 1st April 19 till 31st March 22. Okay. The company accepted, and when they came up with these deposits, they were giving an interest rate of 10%. Okay. I invested my money. Let's suppose I invested my 10 lakh rupees. Okay. 10% per annum. I got my interest on this date. I got my interest on this date. Okay. Now let's suppose on the 1st April 21, this was your 1st April 20. Okay. Now guys, on 1st April 21, the company came up with a new deposit scheme. Remember, I have already given my money of 10 lakh rupees to the company and I am earning interest at the rate of 10%. Okay, that time. So for the entire 3 years, for this yellow period, this year, and this year, I am going to earn interest at the rate of 10% only, right? 10% for this year, 10% for this year, 10% for this year. Because I was enrolled in this deposit, which was launched on 1st April 19. Now on 1st April 21, guys, what happened was, the company came with a new deposit scheme. The company came with a new deposit scheme. There they are paying interest at 11%. Now, you think and tell me, if at all I would have invested on this date, then for this year at least, I would have earned 11%. And that is the exact thing which I want to earn. So therefore, the company law says that you can do it. You can close the earlier deposit. The deposit which you have kept here, it's a deposit account, right? You can close it and you can now invest that amount in this scheme. But there is a catch. Company law says you are doing this with the perspective of earning interest at 11% for this period, right? But the only catch here is you have to keep this money with the company for more than the unexpired period. So my unexpired period, I'm standing on this date right now. Okay. I'm standing on this date and the company has launched a new scheme. I want to earn 11%. And my unexpired period of my old deposit, unexpired period is 1 year, right? So now in order to avail this higher interest rate of 11%, I have to renew the deposit for a period of more than 1 year. More than 1 year means not 1 year is not 1 year is not universal. I have to renew it for more than my unexpired period. In my example, since the unexpired period was 1 year, therefore I have to renew it for more than 1 year. So I can renew it for 2 years, 3 years, let's say. So I have to keep money with the company for more amount, more number of years. If I keep it for more than the unexpired period, in that case, I can earn 11% for that period. Got it? Chalo. Let's go and read the provision now. Focus karna. Very simple provision. See, in case a depositor, okay, in case a depositor desires to avail higher rate of interest by renewing the deposit. See, I am desiring to avail the higher rate of interest of 11%, right? By renewing the deposit before its actual maturity date. I want to renew it before the actual maturity date. My actual maturity date was 31st March 22. I am renewing it on the 1st April 21 only. The company shall pay him the higher rate of interest, means the company can renew it. Company can pay me 11% only if the deposit is renewed for a period longer than the unexpired period of deposit. And the unexpired period of deposit in my example was 1 year. Therefore, if I renew it for 2 years, 3 years, then I can avail the higher rate of interest. Got it? So the logic behind this section says that if you want to earn higher rate of interest, let the company keep the money with themselves for more amount of time so that the company can use that money in its business and can earn more money. Okay. Let's look at the exam MCQ now. Guys, in your MCQ booklet, this point is covered in MCQ number 39. Okay. See. Ruchita wants to renew her deposit of 5 lakh maintained with Keval Constructions Limited before the expiry of original period with a view to avail higher rate of interest. For how much extended period Ruchita is required to renew her deposit? We know that the answer is more than the longer than the unexpired period. So see, what are the various options? 1.5 times the unexpired period? No. Double the unexpired period? No. 6 months more than the unexpired period? No. The answer is going to be D, longer than the unexpired period of deposit. Got it? I hope that now both these concepts are crystal clear to you all. Okay, about premature closure of deposit and premature repayment of deposit, and they will not trouble you anymore. If you have not understood this, guys, watch the video once again. For any more queries, you can definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel, that is CA Akash Pednekar, and make sure, guys, the GM test series, please enroll for GM test series. Majority of my students are benefiting because of GM test series. They are getting exemptions because of these test series. So please make sure you guys enroll for these test series as well. On that note, this is C. Akash Pendekar signing off. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care.